What's up, Trinbago vibe peeps? Happy New Year. Welcome 2024, the first Sunday Vibes live in 2024. Don't mind on the thumbnail, if you are seeing this, you would see it says episode 40. So yeah, I just came to the decision to just, continue. We stopped off at episode 39, 2023. 2023 is when we first had the first Sunday Vibe live, and we had 39 episodes of that. I wouldn't count when I go live in public as Sunday Vibes Live. Sunday Vibes Live for me is like us sitting down here chatting, going through different things, all videos. Hey Kalina, welcome, Happy New Year. Wishing you all the best for 2024. And yeah, thanks for joining me all here. I know we are just waiting for some people to build up. Normally this will be around 8 p.m. on a Sunday, and I'm going to try and next week try and keep it at that time. But it just so happened today I came on early because I have to go out in a little while. But still, I knew I wanted to do this for the first week, the first Sunday. Not the first, is it? Not the first Sunday. Today is what, the 7th? Yeah, this is the first Sunday of 2024. Hey, Cricks. Whoa. Yeah, so I know I wanted to do this wrongs. So let me just adjust some things here. Hey, Leah Lee, what's up? Happy New Year, everybody, and Sylvan. What? Yeah. So I just wanted to come on early so I could do this live because I was mentioning earlier, I'm going out in a little bit, just for a little bit. I had some friends who, touched down here and who's flying back out in a little bit. So I just want to check them for a little bit. Hey, Michelle. What's up? So thank you for, a 2023 journey, right? Hey, Barry, thank you so much. Yeah, Sunday Vibes Live. So don't worry, this is the few times where I'll have this live early. Normally it'll be around 8 p.m. on a Sunday. So going forward, depending on once I don't have anything planned or anything to do, we will have Sunday Vibes Live 8 p.m. on the Sundays, as much as we possibly can. And hey, Daniela, blessings all, blessings. Yes, Happy New Year. So when I started Sunday Vibes Live, I kind of wanted to have a format. And this year, or like during the Christmas season, I actually went and actually break down the format and going forward. So I say this year, let's up the game a little bit. So normally the format used to be talk about Saturday's video drop, give you updates on what new videos come in and what ideas I may have, answer questions in between, and yes, we are continuing to do all that, right? And then when we reach down to the deeper end, we'll have like whatever goes, Barry is yes, Barry, I know. Don't worry, this is anomaly in the Sunday Vibes Live. We're gonna stick to the normal time, 8 o'clock, going forward, God willing, right? It's just I had to go out in a little while, so I said let me just come on board. I done, for those of you who caught on, I actually dropped. It was Friday evening. I actually came on live for like 2 minutes, and that right now, if you haven't seen it, it's off the channel, right? That was just like a Happy New Year. That was just a spur of the moment thing while I was now going to start to edit yesterday's video, which was the top 10 tones here in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, I know there was more, and big up you all for listing it in the comments. I know one should be always wear your seatbelt in the front seats, and I had a few others I wanted to tackle, but I just went with these 10. And yeah, I really wanted, I'll be honest with you all, the first video I wanted to drop this year was a Carnival 101, basically a guide to Trinidad Carnival, everything you need to know about Carnival. I have the script and everything written down and all the points I want to tackle, because this is how I do things here. Well, not all the time, right? Not all the time I'll have like scripts beforehand, in a sense. There are certain projects or certain videos or video ideas, I should say, that I'll write down a general format. Others I'll just go and randomly record B-roll and chat and think about it, and then sometimes in editing then I'll develop the storyline, in a sense. So yeah, but this one I actually had it, and it's like I was going through some of the clips, and it's like I realized, well, I spoke to my wife about it, and she was like, hey, why you don't save that for next year? So like this year, because this year is already a short Carnival season. Carnival is February 12th and 13th, so that is like 4 weeks away, roughly, and 4 or 5 weeks away. Yeah, so it like in the blink of an eye, Yeah, we kind of come on going. So I'm gonna use this time to pick up as much, videos, recordings as possible, and to make a comprehensive, or real nice to look at Carnival 101 guide. So that will be coming at the beginning of 2025. So like we start off the year already, and we're already getting what coming, later down the road. So that is just one thing. Just wanted to touch on. Hey, sorry, full of Happy New Year, and yeah, don't worry. Well, that's a good. Crick say she normally stream at 8. So this is good. Well, I might go back to streaming at 8 come next week, because that normally be a decent time. I just like yeah, no. So today is just anomaly. Right. So I was back to the top 10 videos. I hope you all taking that. So yeah, so I just give you the side story of what I really wanted to drop, which was the Carnival 101. And the next video would have been this one that I dropped yesterday. But I just happened to end up editing that properly. Now, I'm not sure if you all catch, and some of those videos actually ran out and recorded on Oliers and the day before. Yeah. So I don't know how people, like, I will make a joke and say is, no, I'm going back because we haven't seen each other for a little while. So I hope you all had a great Christmas. I hope you all had a safe and productive New Year as well. New Year celebrations. We kicked off 2024 with a bang, in a sense, and we'll get more into depth in that. And yeah, so don't worry, we'll get more in depth with that. Now, the top 10 videos. No, the top 10 don't. There are a lot more. Like I was thinking to do a next video on it, but we'll see later down, because apart from like the seatbelt is always fun to like look at what is banned or illegal here in Trinidad, and a seat on the streets. And we ourselves sometimes are not aware of what is. I mean, we may have an idea, but sometimes it's not concrete what is allowed and what is not, in a sense. So yeah. Hey Lisa Story Hub, welcome. So it was fun. Like I realized when I was editing this video, and I basically started to edit this video Friday gone, like doing these kind of skits like videos on certain things, and that one was a scripted one. It was fun, it was cool to create the characters and just go out and just let my imagination run a little while. Let's have some creativity in it. Crick's fought. No. The law is Crick's is saying he'll have to confirm our seatbelt in the back seat. Right now, here in Trinidad and Tobago, it is not a charge if you don't have on the seatbelt in your back seat. It's only the driver and the passenger, the front passenger, are required to have their seatbelts on, unless the only exception to that, I think, is one of those heavy T vehicles. Like if your vehicle is, I think, is a 3 ton and more, you're not required. I can't remember it offhand, but it's in the rules and regulations, the road rules and regulations here. So yeah, so it's only the front seat is required seatbelts. Right. So Hardun is saying he think driving barefoot is also illegal. It probably is. I never came across that. Like when I was reading through, or I should say skimming through the acts for that. So yeah, but if you all could confirm that and let me know, that would be kind of cool. My reason is saying do a Q&A with things like why you decided to do a channel and what you do for a living and hobbies, etc. Well, my reasons, we would have tackled like all that in the past lives. But I mean, yeah, a refresher could happen, and actually it may happen. I might have something similar to that coming. So you can always look out for that. You can always ask questions here and I'll try my best to answer them. So yeah, let's keep in track of the time, because I know right now on a time limit. Right, so top 10 videos. Next week's video, today I took the opportunity, because I decided to do the Carnival 101 video next year. I took this opportunity to visit our Carnival Museum here in Trinidad and Tobago and shout out the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum. Yes, we have that, and it's right on the corner of Duke and Charlotte Street. Look out, that will be next week. Videos drop. So yeah, hey Mari, big up, big up. Hi, good evening. Haven't been on your live recently. Oh well, this is the first live for the year. The last live would have been around the 17th, possibly of last year, December. So yeah, I took a break from it. Whoa, Kirk, big up, big up. Thanks for joining the live, and thanks everybody for joining live. So yeah, so I was saying that next week's video is going to be the Carnival Museum here in Trinidad and Tobago. We are going to visit that on Charlotte Street. Well, I visited today. I recorded everything. Big up Christopher. He was one of the tour persons there. This dude had a wealth of knowledge. They have an exhibit. I'm giving you all some spoilers. The evolution of the steel pan. Man, that was pretty good in my opinion. But look forward to it. That will be the next video drop. And after that, I may either do a beach or San Fernando Hill. Yeah. So those are some of the upcoming videos for this month, the month of January. On the last day of the month, I'm not sure what video I'll be dropping because I'm thinking to do a pan crawl or something else carnival related. I'm not sure yet how that will go, so I'll decide that later down the road. But for now, we can either San Fernando Hill or a beach. One of those things. And also this year I will be going live, publicly live for Juve morning. I'm not playing in a band as of yet. Hey, if anybody want to, send me some comps to any band, let me know, eh? But yeah, I'm not playing in a band, so I'll just be for the most part walking on the streets Carnival Monday morning, God willing. And I say that God willing because we will touch on some kind of heavy topics later in this live, with things happening here in Trinidad and Tobago. Imari is asking if I'm bringing the panorama live. I would love to, but it's been live already on TTT, on the TTT network. And I know Trinbago is have a problem recording inside the grandstand or the north stand inside the savannah itself. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to bring that live, the panorama itself. But once they're on the street or they have the pan crawl, that's basically like when they're judging the bands at their at their bases. This is happening just before Carnival. I will try to either do a video on it or go live and see how best I could pan hop or pan crawl, as the case may be. Jordy Ali is saying, see just so Columbus. Oh, well, Jordy, I was actually planning to do Columbus Beach, so you kind of hit the nail on the head there, actually. Yeah. So spoilers. Jordy just came out and like she was reading my mind, or she was reading my mind. I'm not sure, right? Or they were reading my mind. Yeah. So I was actually thinking if I drew the next beach video, it'll be actually Columbus Beach, because I'm not sure. I wanted to do either Columbus or Los Rio, but I'll see how my timing go and how things go. Yeah, so those are some of the upcoming videos for 2024 this month. So look out for those. And yes. Alright. Also, oh yeah, and last year I saw somebody posted festival that is have here, the Obatala festival. I think that is like a African festival, and it happens around this time of the year, around this month. So hopefully I'll be able to catch that as well. I'm hoping to catch it. I saw it last year and it was an interesting thing, because here Trinbago Vibes, we do everything Trinidad and Tobago, and that's one thing I never saw before until last year. Somebody posted some pictures of it on Facebook. It happens right in Woodbrook. So hopefully this year I'll be able to see it live and take you along on that journey as well. Yeah. As for what the Obatala Festival is, I am not 100% sure, but we'll learn more about it later down the road. I just know it's a festival. Yeah. So, right. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the YouTube membership. Now, I started our membership last year. I had some stuff here and there. Whoa, Crystal. Happy New Year, by the way. everybody who now pop on. Yeah, so I don't know, so touch on the membership a little bit. The Trinbago Vibes YouTube membership I started last year, and I didn't really do much on it. I was planning to like do some behind the scenes stuff straight up on there, and I didn't really do as much because I'll be honest with you all, there isn't much engagement. Now, if you want to join the membership, is there. I'll be uploading more behind the scenes stuff. Like any funds coming from there would help go back into making videos on this channel, because there are certain things I would like to do, and I just have to wait just to build up some funds to go and do these things or try and get a sponsor or whatnot. So yeah, so the membership would help in like doing certain videos. And apart from the membership, also this year I'm going to probably start a Patreon. I know people were telling me about it. Hey, you should start this. You should start this. This is a nice way to, at least generate some funds to throw back into the channel. Because any funds donated to Trinbago Vibes or sent to Trinbago Vibes via membership, via donations, whatever, I always try to give back in a sense. But in terms of, I use it back into doing the videos, into buying stuff from people. Even like it had times where, big up you all as well, like when I got a good bit of you all donated funds to me, and I just use that to go and just buy doubles for a set of people at you and us doubles. So yeah, so I'll be doing a lot of different things. So yeah, see Mario saying my birthday's on Carnival Monday, and I'm going to be at the Avenue at 63. Well, yeah. Hey, Mario, you can't go wrong with that at all. It's just to take in the vibes on the Carnival Monday. So hey Merlin, Happy New Year. Saifullah is saying you should do tips on how to go to Tobago and what not to do and do via boat. I actually have some plans for that, Saifullah, so look out for that. Don't worry, it is written down. This is one of the things I hopefully would be able to do this year. I wanted to do it last year because I actually had that concept already, and I was writing down things, and I started recording certain aspects of it, but I never got to complete it. But this year, God willing, I will be able to do that. So Crix Forever say Patreon or Ko-Fi is a good option. I never heard about. Is Ko-Fi, is that the one where you could build apps as well? Crix Forever TT. Yo, Sushi Bands, welcome to the vibes. Yeah, so but anyway, I will be started our Patreon, no matter. Welcome to the vibes, Happy New Year. And yes, Sylvan, I'll touch on that in a little while, because I already say this format of Sunday Vibes Live. Let me just break it down to you all. We're gonna chat about the yesterday's video drop, because we drop, for those of you who is the first time here, we drop a video every Saturday around 6ish. And I mean 6ish, sometimes it go later. Now and again I might drop it earlier. But on a Saturday evening, right, we drop the main video every Saturday since we started, which would have been from April, May 2020 to now. We have been dropping our new video every Saturday around 6ish. Right, so the first part of the live will be talking about the video drop. I might give you all some behind the scenes stuff. Like, what was that behind the scenes stuff, boy? One or two of the recordings, like, I forgot to do after, and I went and shared, because I recorded a good bit of it before All Year's, and then I had to do some recordings after New Year's. But I ended up grading down my bed, so I had to come out with a different way to spin the story in a sense. So that is like that a little behind the scene as well for the the top 10 don'ts video. Yeah. It's only I realized wait now, because yes, I had so much things doing and recording different little parts. It slipped me, and so I had to get a little more creative on these different things. Yes, my reasons. I will do a water taxi to San Fernando. That's a next video idea actually. Like, okay, right now I'm going to show you, right? This, yeah, see, today is a good day. This book, this is my 2024 diary, right? I just got to show you all. Normally, this is the guide for the year. So basically, it's like I have video ideas, written down already for the year. And I mean, this is just me. I like to have a set of ideas just to have. so I can always go back and refer to. Sometimes things would come along the way, and I'll jump on that and keep back these ideas. But at the beginning of each year, I'll always list 52, because in a year there are 52 weeks roughly, 52, 53 weeks. So I try and get at least 52 ideas, just have it there in case I need to reference it. And I may not hit all 52 ideas for the year, because like I said, I have certain events that may pop up randomly. I might have certain things that the opportunity may arise for me to go and do, so I'll do that. But at least is a nice way that I have ideas here in the back of my mind, so I don't run into any walls in a sense. So yeah. So Crix forever saying you use Stream Elements, but you know about Ko-Fi and Patreon. Well, Crix, I will check out Stream Elements, but I know Patreon for sure at least works here in Trinidad and Tobago. So I'll be starting a Patreon this year, and in the Patreon, right, I'll be doing more. Look, I have it here, The Patreon will be more podcasting. We'll be talking about topics here in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as I'll be giving more tips and tricks from my experience on YouTube on the Patreon. It will have 1 or 2 free episodes there, but it'll be behind everything else will be behind a paid wall. And of course, that is if anybody willing to join. Those will go back into making and creating videos here on the channel, because sometimes some of these videos could be expensive. Actually, not sometimes. A few of them is be a little expensive, but it just be so fun to do and so fun to explore. Sometimes I think that's why sometimes it was nice to do these budget videos last year, because normally January time is be a rough time for most people. I would say most people, because some people already would have their plans for the Carnival season, which we are in at the moment, and they'll done have map out or budget things accordingly. So yeah, hey, Humbert Mule, whoa. So yeah, so that is what is coming on Patreon and on the membership. On the membership, YouTube membership, right? If you want to join that instead or around, I plan to do. I'm not sure how this is gonna be pulled off, but normally Fridays. Oh, Fridays has been normally. I remember the days where I used to go out and lime or have after work limes and all these things. But since starting YouTube, my Fridays basically be my editing night. So as soon as I reach home from work on a Friday, I will spend a little time with the wife, and then I'll be down here in the same spot here, on this laptop right here, editing. So Crix forever is giving me. That's a good thing. He was saying there are tiers in Patreon and Stream Elements just for donations and payments. I will check out those because I've been looking into it in a while. So, and I was thinking about the format of doing it. So thanks boy Crix. Oh, I'm not sure if Crix is female. I wonder if you mentioned this before, boy. I'm not sure. Anyway. Forgive me if I mix up the genders, or if you don't mind, it don't matter. So, yeah. So for the YouTube membership, right, I will be going live on Fridays in the membership while I am editing. So you will get to see the behind the scenes of the edit and the story creation process. I may also have some, like, I'm not sure exactly what else apart from the behind the scenes, because I was thinking about just doing some courses in a sense, but not really courses, because at the end of the day, like, I don't want to, if you are coming to pay for something, I don't want to just be because you like the channel and you want to help. I mean, all that's great and everything, and of course any donations coming in, you will get big up. Your name will get big up, because that's what I'm planning to do. For those of you who join the membership or join Patreon, you will be in videos, especially if this month, say, you join the Patreon membership and I use the funds that came in from here to do a video, your name will be big up for that video itself. That's one of the ways, like, I realized I could kind of maintain doing the giving you all a better experience and everything. And I just don't like to, ask people for any kind of donations without giving back in a sense, because that's just how I've been raised. So I look for ways to give back. So at least you'll be getting something back should you join the membership. So one of the ideas I had is like on a Friday I'll go live for the membership, so you'll get to see behind the scenes stuff. And yeah. Hey Kyron, thank you so much. Yes, I am glad that these videos give you all, inspiration to do road trips. You have to also be careful out there, because right now in Trinidad, I find things getting a little rough, especially in town. Yeah, but I'm glad and happy that that's one of the other goals of Trinbago Vibes. Apart from showcasing everything Trinidad and Tobago, is showing people, hey, this is what we have, this is what you all could do, and just go around the place and just explore and enjoy the beauty we have in our country. Because sometimes we just do the general stuff and stick to our own circles, and you'll have foreigners, and I ain't talking about our Trini peeps who live in abroad and thing, talking about foreigners who now visiting us will see much more of our country than us. So I'm glad that these videos at least bring, inspiration for road trips. And Nita is saying, oh, thank you, Nita. Yes. A nice walk from the Savannah to Maraval. Yeah. So those are the two things I'll be doing. So I'll be doing more videos. I'll be doing live videos on a Friday while I'm editing for my membership and YouTube membership, and for the Patreon I'll be doing podcasting stuff, talking about Trinidad and Tobago, talking about doing YouTube here in Trinidad and Tobago, and all these, a few other different things as we come and go. Right? So yeah, we're in the Carnival season. Like I said earlier, I'll be doing Juve live, like public live. The other lives I want to do is this have Old Mass on the Avenue, the competition. Now, I wanted to this year. Actually, I had an idea, right? I'm not sure if I told you about this last year, but I wanted to do the Midnight Robber. I wanted to take part in the competition as the Midnight Robbers. I actually had designs and I had ideas and I had plans, but it's not going to happen this year because the season is a short season and I didn't put things in place. And so hopefully next year we'll do an in-depth Midnight Robber Old Mass, traditional mass. I'm planning to take part in the competition next year, God willing. Yeah. So, look out for that. I've given you plans for next year already, 2025, and we ain't finished 2024 yet. God willing, we will survive 2024. But yeah, so I will be doing a public live for the Old Mass. I'll also be doing a public live for the Carnival Village. I'm see they're going to open the Carnival Village sometime, probably next weekend, or if not this weekend here. Hey Roger, good night, Queen Trish. Oi. Barry is asking, any meet and greet plan for this year? Probably at an event or something. Actually, it didn't cross my mind earlier, Barry, but reading this idea just came to mind. Yes, we will try and do a meet and greet at the Savannah. We'll play a little board games and just have some fun. So that's our plan. Let me write that down. Meet and greet. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. All right. So we'll organize that, God willing, sometime this year. That's a good one, Barry. I like that. And yes, for those of you who now join the live, welcome and happy new year to you all. And yes, so that's more or less the updates I have for you all with Trinbago Vibes. Now, like I said earlier, I wanted this format to be, we talk about yesterday's video drop, we give some information on upcoming videos and whatnot. We answer questions. The next part of this would be, I'm going to jump into the news a little bit, talk slightly about things happening in Trinidad and Tobago, and one which Sylvan mentioned earlier, right? On New Year's, we lost the fifth Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Basdeo Panday. Condolences to his family and friends and everybody who would feel that loss. Sylvan mentioned he is the silver fox, and that's because he was one of the most brilliant prime ministers we ever had. And when I mean brilliant, that man, the reason why they could used to call him the silver fox, right, is he was so witty and he was so intelligent. Man, I remember the reporters asking him a question, and he replied in such a way. I can't remember the exact question they asked, but I remember the reporter getting tied up in how he responds, and it's like, wee boy, that wittiness. Yeah. So he would be a big loss to this nation, because for those of you who also don't know, he was also a big player with the trade unions back in the 70s and thing, right? I would like to believe he, along with a few other people, are one of the reasons the trade unions to this day have the strength it has, because back then they wanted to pass a bill and act that basically workers could not unionize. And I mean, people could say what they want about the trade unions and everything, because there's always pros and cons to everything, but they have worked for workers and they have been on the workers' side in a sense, and he played a major part in it. So yeah. So he was the 5th prime minister, and I would not lie to you if you watch the stats. During his tenure as prime minister, this is probably where our crime rate was probably the lowest ever. Yeah, in terms of compared to now, especially over the past few years, over the past 2 decades, I should say, because that is 95 to 2001. Yeah. Now, this is not no hit on anybody who supports on whatever party, right? I just go in with the stats, and from what I can remember, right, people could say otherwise, but he was also able to build schools with the oil being, I think it was $9 a barrel or $8 a barrel. It was one of the lowest points. I know back then is a different time compared to now and the past 20 years, but still, at then it was still like at that, compared to the $60 something we have now. I know back then inflation and everything would play a major part, but I remember it was amazing that he was able to accomplish some of the things here in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not saying the man is a saint. He would have had his, ways in a sense, and we are going to that, but we lost one of the greatest prime ministers we had here. And it was also interesting because his counterpart was Mr. Patrick Manning, and like two of them was always old buddies, no matter there was in prime minister and opposition, government and opposition, they always had that respect for each other, and it's something that we seem to be missing right now in the current political climate that we have in here in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm not just saying there are ministers who still have that around, both in opposition and currently in government, but at least in the heads, at least me, I'm not seeing that. And here in Trinbago Vibes, we don't talk politics, but it is something to like touch on. And yeah, that's something to touch on. Yes, he was very charismatic, and his funeral is on Tuesday. Tomorrow, Friday, you could have viewed he had a military procession on Friday, and you could have viewed the body at the Red House on Friday. Tomorrow, Monday, he will be at the Southern Academy for the Performing Arts, SAPA. So I think you could view the body between 10 and 4, and then on Tuesday would be his funeral. They're going down to Mosquito Creek. So this is the first prime minister who will be having Hindu rites done at their funeral. So that's kind of amazing in a sense. All right. So I just wanted to touch on that because in this section of the live, we just going on the news a little bit. Also, on another positive note in a sense, they have raised minimum wage from $17 to $20.50. I mean, the cost of living is rising, but it's a good thing minimum wage went up in a sense to ease up people. Although with the rate of how things are increasing here, It's not really a ease up as much, but I guess we could look at it as a positive. On another negative, though, they had a landslide, I think, last weekend on the north coast heading to Maracas. So I'm not sure if they cleared up or they fixed it. And yeah. Ricky is saying, put a huge minute on our bulletin board recording robbery and other crimes in Independence Square where people can go and type their experience. That could be a next thing. I mean, I was on Independence Square earlier and it was normal. But yes, that's our next thing. Unfortunately, here in Trinidad and Tobago, our crime rate is increasing. And like we started off this year, the first 4 or 5 days of the year, with about 7 or 8 murders, and it's like, what? I've been hearing ever so often, like you say here, probably gunshots or fireworks, I'm not sure, going off close by, and I've been seeing on news like we live in a wild west. The Prime Minister gave this report, a media release, saying that he need our help with crime, but I mean, they in power, they're supposed to be sorting that out. But unfortunately, here in Trinidad and Tobago, Crystal, thank you for that. We just dropping back on the landslip Maracas side, like going towards Maracas, the North Coast Road. She's saying that the road is open now, but it's one-way traffic where the incident happened, and that would make sense. And that's just before the lookout, I believe, because that is where that landslide is always happening. So yes, so the crime rate in Trinidad and Tobago has been escalating, and I don't know. We have to be much more observant out there. We have to be much more careful out there. Like even me, when I go out to do videos and things, I'll be watching my back a little more. Normally, I mean, I would normally do that, but still, if I find things just getting out of hand, and yes. That was I heard those gunshots from the Queen's Park Savannah, because I was, and you know what the hard thing is, boy, Hardun, like I was basically driving around there the other day, and I was seeing those same men probably working on it, like the other day. I mean, yesterday I was driving around there, and this morning I took a walk around the Savannah. So it's like, when things so close to home is I don't know if I get immune to it, but it still be a scary thing in the current crisis we are living in. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't want to end off this live on those sad news, but it is to be noted that our crime rate is getting way out of hand. I mean, it was out of hand a little while back, but it just escalating. Now the thing about the targeting and killing, and from what I heard, is probably is gang-related violence, but at the same time, right, innocence is a byproduct of those wars, in a sense. And I mean, in this year 2023, we still have them kind of thing going on, man. Wait, for what? I guess things getting rougher in Trinidad and Tobago, but for the most part, you see things going on, you hear about it, and by God's grace, it don't come so close. And wow, Hardun is saying it was high powered machine guns. Wow, yeah. Cricks Forever is saying he find that the mobile fires are too cheap. We have no type of SOS system. That is true. Like, the most you could do here is join your local WhatsApp group, like your community group. Normally there's ways to have all that information, and I find sometimes even the police response time is horrendous. Yeah. It's horrendous. Anyway, we could go on and continue this live talking about all these things, but peeps, I have to, organize and head out in a little bit. So I don't want to end this on this sad note, although I know this is, it's not that we bury our heads, but we have to acknowledge certain things that are happening here in Trinidad and Tobago. Also, I'm seeing a problem in town, especially with garbage collections. The they're seeing garbage all over the place, and I don't like to see in litter. Ugh. But anyway, on that note, I'm just gonna, well, for those of you who saw the short I posted earlier on Oleas, I actually went. Yeah, Sylvan, you right there. So it's like, you'll be hearing all these things going on since the later half of the year, and it'll be like, wait, boy. Because at the end of the day, it's how real people who'll be walking around the savannah, and even if things are targeted, us normal people is sometimes get caught in the crossfire. And it introduces fear to us. So we want quick out, not want to go anywhere, but at the same time, things happening at your own house too. So it's like, all we can do is say our prayers and put things in place to hopefully avoid these things. Just be observant. Yeah. Well, they could do that too, Ricky. And in some cases, if you watch the blind cricket episode I did, right? A man get blind. They blind a man because after they robbed him of $5 because they didn't want him seen or describing who robbed him. So you have people out there that just have demons running around, right? Yeah. So, like I said, we could go on and on about this on the live, but peeps, I just want to go back to, here Trinbago vibes. I end up going to Brian Lara's residence for Oleas. For toast, I went on Oleas night, so I brought it in there with my wife. It was a nice experience. I didn't really record anything except that little short I posted on the channel on Oleas. And that's another thing I'm planning to do this year. At least once a month, I'm going to post a short. And that short will tie back to one of the videos we are doing in the month. Trinity month. Yeah. So that's the next update I wanted to tell you all. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm planning to do more reels as well on Instagram and Facebook. I hope you joined me on Facebook. Last month I actually did that 12 reels before Christmas. It was fun to jump back into doing those small things. And yeah. And it was a nice way to bring in the new year. So I just hope that, this year all of you are safe. We survive the year. We don't get any too much challenges. And yes, here on the channel going forward, we try to bring you all the positive vibes because we have plenty outlets that will focus on the negatives. And like I said, we're not burying our head in the sand. We are acknowledging it, but we are a resilient people. We will not let fear dictate how we live. I know sometimes it can't be helped, and all I can say is we have to say our prayers and, do our part to try and keep ourselves and our families safe as best as we possibly can. With that being said, thank you for joining me on the first Sunday Vibes Live for 2024. I wish you all the best for this year. I wish all your dreams. I hope you all set goals. I don't have time. I forgot one part before I go, right? This is our next thing. Once a week, I will be doing a poll, right? I ask up some people, so what are, some New Year's traditions right here in that you all do? And I set goals and see how it goes. So I hope you all achieve your goals for this year. Some people say they line with family, and lining with your family and spending time with your family is always a great thing. Condolences if you lost any loved ones last year, and I hope this year is good to you all. I do not know where the peace tradition come from. Eating some type of black eyed peas and thing on Oleas going into the new year, and I do not know where that came from. Crystal is saying just relax and thank God for the day. Studio say is family time. Relax and watch movies. my travel events said that they were excited for the videos for this year, and Mark said he he don't really have anything, he just enjoy it. So that being said, my Trinbago Vibe peeps, also look out for polls, which we'll be tackling as well. That's the next nice thing I wanted to add to the Sunday Vibes Live. So look out for that during the week on the community tabs. And yeah, if you can, join my Patreon when it drops, and feel free to join the YouTube membership if you can as well. No worries. We have normal videos every day. Hear me, every day, every Saturday. And yeah, you all have a good one, have a safe one, have a productive one, have a great week, and I'll see you all in the next one. Happy New Year, peeps. Stay safe and enjoy. Whoa, Aaron, sorry I didn't make it up before.